Welcome back and welcome to this next video. And this is where it starts getting a little bit scary, but more exciting than you can ever imagine, because what we've moved from is a place of scarcity, lack, fear, needing to feel safe, to a place where you realize that you are safety. You are safety. Who you are is safe. Who you are is free. Who you are is enough. And that's where you can really start to create magic. You've connected with yourself at the highest priority. You've elevated your level of consciousness where you realize you're more than anything you can create. And now you can start to use your courage. Now, what does that mean? Courage is when you open your level of space, you open this level of consciousness to a place where you can actually start to feel in your body what's aligned, what feels light, what feels heavy. You feel this pull, right? It's not like a wanting to go out there and achieve and create the steps. Your heart will guide you. Your heart will give you a certain nudge. Your body will feel an aligned piece of action. Now, this will be very scary to the mind. And this is what I call the flip. This is where, when you stay close, when you stay in your small story, right? Where a small story may be, your small story of limitation might be, income is my security, or my relationship is my enoughness, or I need a certain strategy, tool, tactic to get me there. It's creating a small story, right? And what happens is when you stay with your small story, it feels very, very safe, but only to your mind, because your mind can see that. Your mind can see what happens next. Mind can see the limitation, but it's actually very, very scary to your body. Think about this. Let's say you're in a job, right? Let's say you're in a job and you're getting consistent income, right? It's not a lot, but it's consistent, and you stay to that small story. It feels safe in your head. It feels responsible. But when you actually start paying attention to your body, when you connect with yourself and you elevate your level of consciousness, it actually feels goddamn scary. It feels so scary and it feels painful to stick to a small story. Why is that? Because you're an expansive being. You're an expansive being. Your infinite creativity, your infinite flow, and that's what you access when you elevate your level of consciousness. Now, what happens when you start to listen to your heart? You start to listen to your body and see what feels aligned. What feels aligned to you? Right? What's that leap you need to take? Where your mind can't see what's going to happen, but it just feels like that's the next step. It's like the GPS in your car. Your heart will give you just that one next step. It won't give you all the steps that your mind needs. I'll just give you that one next step, because you need to leap. And you need to leap without conditions. You need to leap without the pattern that says, I need to know what's going to happen. So you'll feel this pull. What if I did this? When you access your creativity, your flow, your alignment, your heart, your body, your soul will say, what if I did this? What if I started that YouTube channel? What if I created this offer? What if I just did a video every day for 90 days? What if I documented this? Right? What if I started that Facebook group? What if I created that movement? You'll feel this pull. Now that pull, taking that leap, will be very, very scary to the mind. Right? It's creating the flip. It'll be very scary to the mind. But once you take that leap, it'll feel very safe. You'll feel very secure in your body, in your heart, in your alignment. It's a game changer. When you're able to pay attention to your heart, and you're able to pay attention to your body and move and act in the flow of what feels aligned, what feels exciting, what feels, what feels like a joy, what feels expansive. You can feel that. What people in your life feel expansive? What activities feel expansive? What leaps, what pieces of action feel expansive? This is when you can actually start bringing in all the tools and tactics and strategies and bring them into your heart and see what is your expansion. And you can start to see why it is that strategies might not work. And that is because the strategy you're learning off someone was their expansion. It was their expansion. They were on the edge. They were in their creative flow. They were doing the things. They were taking their leaps. that might not be for you. When you follow their strategy, you're doing it not from your leaps, but from your safety, from your comfort, from your security. And that doesn't have the creative flow necessary for you to be that infinite being. But when you follow your heart, you can bring your strategies, tools, tactics, everything into your heart, into your alignment, into your infinite creativity. And you can start moving, not based on what your mind says, what your mind feels needs to be done, but what your heart says is the right move, what your heart says is a pull, is an alignment. And when you leap, you have to do it without conditions. You can't say, oh, I'll leap and leave my job, but as long as I make money. It's not how it works. When you leap, you do it from a place of no conditions. You do it from a place of surrendering to the universe, surrendering to your unconscious mind and say, I'm willing to get the opportunities or learn the lessons I'm meant to learn. I'm surrendering. But as long as you move from your heart, as long as you move from this higher guidance system, you will feel aligned. You will access more creativity and you'll be showing the universe that you are actually willing to place priority on how you feel. Place priority on this higher guidance system. And with that will come more ideas, more opportunities, more people will flow into your life that are aligned, right? And you can start to see that when you access your heart, you access your courage, you start taking your leaps, more things will flow. More things will flow. And that's what happens as a byproduct. What happens as a byproduct is your business success. When you connect with yourself at the highest level, when you elevate your level of consciousness, and when you start to act from a place of courage in following your heart's alignment, everything else will follow as a byproduct. Every result, every person that comes in contact with you wants to work with you. You feel so safe that people just want to be on board with your mission. You have clients that are just like where do I sign? Because you have that level of safety that they also want. But you can also challenge them to be on their expansion, right? Their expansive edge. And you can start to be in a place where you're living the emotion that you're selling. Everything you're selling in your business is an emotion, but you will be living that emotion, right? People don't need to be taught anymore. They need to be led by someone who's living in their expansion, someone who's living in their creativity, someone who's living the emotion that they want to pass on to others. This is what happened for me when I left my job. When I left my job and I became a full-time coach, I did not have the income coming in. But when I took that leap, I felt it in my body. I felt it like a strong pull, and I felt the excitement, and I acted like that was my preview. My mind was freaking out, and I acted like it was a preview. I said, if it feels exciting now, once I take that leap, although my mind can't see it, I know there's some things that are going to be on the other side. And I said, you know what? Even if I go broke, even if I lose everything, what I'm going to do is find out who I really am and what I really am. And I'm willing to grab the opportunities or learn the lessons that are necessary, but I'm now willing to live from a place of a connection with myself, highest level of consciousness, and taking that courage. And because I shifted, I was operating on a different channel, right? My consciousness shifted, and now when I talk to people, it's on a different channel. It is mind-blowing. I can't even describe how much of a change it's been. And so many people are now coming to my life. Clients, it's just effortless. It is effortless, the amount of clients that are coming to my life that are aligned, that feel like a pull, that feel like my expansion. And the same thing is on the other side of your leaps. So that is my challenge to you. When you're in meditation, when you're accessing your heart, elevating your level of consciousness, really starting to feel and resolve these internal conflicts, what is that pull? What is that pull that your heart says, what if we did this? And then your mind to freak out and say, yeah, you can't do that because of X, Y, and Z. Your mind's trying to stay in your small safety story. Your heart will expand, and trust me, once you make that decision, once you make that leap, you will feel the expansion and you will feel so much safety in your body. You'll feel so much security in your body, although it's scary to the mind. It is a complete flip. So what is that for you? What is that for you? What is that pull? You don't need to go out searching for it. You don't need to go and pull it out of you, but just what feels aligned. Write that down. You can write down 50 things of what your heart wants to create, what your alignment and flow is guiding you towards. And really be on the edge and really see what would be your expansion. What is something you really want to create? Not so that you can be enough, but because it's aligned, right? This is where we move from a push, needing to achieve something to feel enough, to now being pulled by something that's higher than you. Something that is a guidance system that's bigger than your mind. So what is it for you? Write down 50 things. 50 things. Just keep writing. You might even want to write 100. See what it is for you. See what's expansive for you and see what you can come up with. And then take some leaps. Right? Take some leaps that really put you on your edge. And trust me, you will start to live from a place of alignment and flow. And that's when your business will occur and your business will succeed and thrive and build just as a byproduct of who you're being. You'll see for yourself. So if you're willing to do that, let me know. Definitely let me know. I'm so excited. This is something I love talking about, something I love to discuss. So let's be in the conversation with one another. And I want to talk about this and discuss your leaps in the transformational group coaching calls. Right? You may already be a part of it. You may be in the group that's Connect, Contribute, Collaborate, in the Facebook group. Let's get this discussion going. We can dive in deep there and really start to explore particular examples, really explore your journey and the questions you might have in resolving these internal conflicts or elevating your level of consciousness or taking certain leaps, right? Whether it be a different business or whether it be a different way of doing something that feels expansive. This is where we dive in deep and we actually start to do the work and we dive in deep on it so much. So I'll see you in the transformational group coaching calls. I'll see you in the group and I look forward to hearing your journey. I really look forward to it. And if you want to pay close attention to other pieces of content or if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. But I wish you the best on your journey. I wish you the best on expanding your business as a byproduct of who you are. Take care now.